Hello, everybody. Brian Brosdahl. Here's your fishing report this week. Well, it's been pretty good. It's picking up. We had some mayfly hatching going on, and it kind of slowed it down a little bit. Of course, I was out there every day and managed to get some fish, but we had to use a lot of different methods from, jigging minnow, jigging a leech, jigging a crawler. We threw everything at him, but the eye candy has been really good. That's really picked up lately. As the mayfly started dying off, this stuff works great. It moves through the water so nice. Now I got that on a deep V jig head, and you can see it right there. I have that set up with a fluorocarbon leader because they're really finicky right now, and I got braid so you can really zip it out there. And so that's just one of the things. Bobbers, of course, have been really popular with forward viewing and side imaging, and that's what I'm using right here. That's been working good, the light bite bobber. So I could use it with braid in just a knot, no bead required. And then I'll have a little sinker swivel. Then I'm using a leader material, so I got this really clear stuff here. And I'll go down to 6-pound test if it gets really tough. And then I'll use a little tiny tungsten jig head like that. That's a Northland tungsten jig head. That's an 1/8 ounce. And put that with a half a crawler, quarter of a crawler, small leech, big leech, try different things, so whatever's getting them. And I really like these jigging leeches. We caught a lot of fish on them this week, and they're real stretchy. Put them on a jig, and they just never stop moving. You hold it still, and it's still moving. Really cool stuff. Of course, one of my favorite colors for this area in eye candy is that smoke. It's like a gizzard shad. You can see it right there. Really got some really cool stuff. And then I just like a simple, natural jigging leech. Put that with a little piece of tungsten. Black has been really good too. And the real key depth right now on Winnie or Cass in that area is 17 to 20 feet. And wherever the wind's blowing into the bars, they're not using a lot of that shoreline stuff like they did in past years. They're not using rock bars and steep, long connected points. They're farther out on the bars because there's a lot of algae. Some areas there's no algae and the fish will be there, but most of the areas are just covered in algae because we didn't get a winter last year, barely a winter, and it didn't die or it become neutral. So right now you got to stay off the bottom, drop shots, bobbers, and just keep pitching. I love pitching. Pitching's fun. You feel the bite, you set the hook. So get out and hit the lakes. Windy days, they might move into those shallower areas, 9 to 11 feet of water, the cleaner of the areas. But for the most part, think outside of the box. Forget about last year, the year before, and the year before that. It is a different year, and so think a little bit more offshore. Have fun out there. Be safe. Maybe we'll see you on the water.